Hey there, crafty friends. Welcome back to Heatherly Crafts, a place where we turn paper, stamps, and memories into something truly special. If you love scrapbooking, card making, and paper crafting as much as I do, be sure to subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, ring that bell, and leave me a comment down below. Tell me what some of your 2026 crafty plans are. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, I'm Heather. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Today I have something super exciting to share with you. It's a super sweet project that I know you're going to want to stick around for. In this video, I'm going to be doing a mini scrapbook album walkthrough using the Stampin' Up! As You Grow kit. This is an extra special project for me because I created this for my great niece, Ella Ray, who is 9 months old, and she's as close as I have to a grandchild for the time being, but I spoil her just the same. This kit was generously sent to me by my fabulous upline, Jay Mamalmi, who sent it to me to create for our team, the Paper Divas. I truly had a genuinely fabulous time creating this. I ended up adding a lot of personal touches to this using both current and retired Stampin' Up! Products, while also staying true to the original design of the kit. One of my favorite things about this project is how flexible it is. You can keep it as simple as you want using only the products that came in the kit, or you can jazz it up and make it your own using your products from your stash and your scrapbook room, using your Cricut, your stamps, your dies, everything that you might have laying around your craft room. So it's up to you how much or how little you decide you want to put into the kit. And I'll show you exactly what I did along the way. All right, let's pop this guy open. As you can see, I did add quite a few pages to this, and I added quite a bit of foam tape and things like that. So it does have a little bit of alligator mouth going on, but it comes with this strap here to help keep it closed. So even if you do end up like mine here having this alligator mouth, it does stay closed with this handy strap right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. On the front here, what I did is I used my Cricut to create this. It says, "Welcome to the World, Ella Ray." So it's nice and customized for her. I just created this using font on my Cricut. So I used some of the stickers from the kit here, this My Baby Book sticker here, and then the bows, these little bunnies, the heart, and this is one of those background stickers. And you guys, you know me by now. My gold stars had to make an appearance throughout this book. One thing I did try to do is I did try to stay true to the color scheme throughout here, minus that Daffodil Delight. So the color scheme does appear consistently throughout the book. So when you open it up, it's got this pocket here in the front. So Chaz is my nephew. That's Chaz here. This is his wife, Megan, and their baby, Ella Ray. So I'm gifting this to Chaz and Megan. So in this pocket here, I left it blank so she could put some memorabilia things in here if she wanted to. And this is little Ella here. This is their pregnancy pictures that they did. They're just the most adorable couple ever. I'm not biased at all, am I? So this is page 1, and then we flip it open, and here's page 2. I created the silhouette here using my Cricut, and then I used one of the pink hearts here and stuck it on top of there to represent the baby inside the belly there. And then these all came with the kit here, these little banner, the "We're Expecting," the little bow. I just used my gel pen and added some white stitching to the bow and that there. And then these are just some little gold heart things that I had in my stash. I added this little flap right here. This wasn't part of it. I just cut down a piece of paper to fit the picture and then left it a little bit longer in here and glued it inside here. And then I added the sticky tabs here so you can have something to flip it by. So here's Ella getting her first bit of food here. That's why I put that little first food sticker there. And then you can see my little stars start to make an appearance. This is the first page here. And this, I just kind of made this on a Word document here and then printed it out and cut it down. So that's that there. This is the photo, and this is the Petal pink color. Oh, I should probably show you. So one of the big things that I ended up including in this kit that doesn't come with it is this set right here. This is the Lovely Blossoms 12 by 12 design Designer Series paper and sticker pack. This came in really handy because a lot of the colors were very similar to the actual book, but I did pull a lot of other paper packs to go in here as well. I've got them all right here. So another one that I used a lot of in this kit was this Country Lace 12 by 12. Again, the colors in this are very like similar. So it's got that petal pink and the beiges and stuff in here. So I did use that one. Basically what I did is I went through my stash of papers and looked on the back, and it shows you what colors are in the set. So I found papers that coordinate with the colors from the kit. So this one had the Cajun Craze, which is one of the colors in here. And so I used this, and then I do have gold throughout. And this has got that champagne foil color in here. So this one came in handy too. I used this up quite a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. And this is the Gathering Together Designer Series paper. This one here is a new one that's going to be coming out. This is Brushed with Beauty. This is the 12 by 12 Designer Series paper pack. And this one had the petal pink and the basic beige, or not basic beige, the crumb cake in here. So I used quite a bit of the papers from this pack as well. So this has the petal pink in here that I used a lot of. So this one was fun. I also wouldn't be me if I didn't include some Country Woods somewhere in the book. So this is the Country Woods 12 by 12 paper. Had to make an appearance with that one. I included some of this pack in here as well. This is the Peaceful Garden 12 by 12. This had the cloud cover and the crumb cake. So I ended up using a fair amount of this in there as well. So I just kind of pulled my whatever I had in my stash that kind of went with the color scheme of this album and pulled some of those papers in here. I will link them all in the description box below of what I used. So this one says, hello, I'm new here. And then I printed directly onto these photos. I printed the I've arrived. And then this one right here, I printed onto the photo. It says almost fully cooked. This is literally right before she gave birth here. And then I printed on this photo. It says welcome baby. So when I printed my photos, I just added a text box to the top of the photo in Word and created these word bits to the photo before I printed them. Moving on, this next page here, this is the three of them together. Their first family photo is what I did there. And then this is a silhouette photo that I found in Cricut Access. And I just printed that out to the size that I had available here and put that here. I just thought that was a perfect picture silhouette there that went with this. So this is a Cricut image. And then this is one of those strips of stickers that came in the kit. Same with the bunny here. And then this is also a sticker that came in there. And I just added the Love at First Sight sticker that also came with the kit. This one here, this is from the set. Let's see, I believe it's still available. I think it's called the Onsie kit. I don't know. Everything will be linked in the description box below. So I don't have all the names of everything memorized. So I'm just kind of going off of memory here. But this set that creates this onesie and the little hanger, that set is currently still available at the time of this filming. So I'll link that below. This right here I created using this retired Stampin' Up punch. I just punched that out of the gold cardstock. And then I have a circle punch that I punched out. This is the 1.5 circle. And so I stamped A Star is Born from that same set and then just created this little flower button here. The sprigs were already included in the kit as well as the bunny here. This is a sticker that came in the kit right here running the length of this here. And then these are those little typewriter key stickers that I used there. This tab right here I created using the tab punch. This one right here, so that you'd have a little place to lift it. And what I did notice is as I was showing this, well, people didn't realize that this did flip open. So I put that here just as note to everyone to let them know that this does flip up and there's more stuff underneath. So let's take a look at that. This is her first photo here. It says, I've arrived. This paper right here, I believe comes from this kit right here. And like I said, I did use this kit a lot. That's what this paper is from. This is from the Country Lace. And then this pocket right here was part of the kit, as well as this sticker and this sticker. This pocket was really easy to create. You just fold the corners in and then paste it down. This little pocket right here, I did create myself. And I used the Just a Note Stampin' Die set. The lines that come on that, they're a little bit farther apart. So what I did is I just eyeballed it with my Misty tool and I stamped a second line in between. So you could write a little bit more. I did stamp that twice on here to get twice as many lines and then cut that out. So she could write on the back as well here. So this is here for her to tell the story of when she was born. And it says, hello, my name is Ella Ray. And this hello, my name is did come in the kit as well as these stickers here, the alphabet stickers. So there's this in here. Like I said, ran out of room. So I had to start just shoving photos anywhere I could get them in there because I didn't want to exclude them. They were just so cute. So this is little Ella playing with her little bunny. And then on the back side here, she's just kind of laying. So she is just a little cutie. I just love having her. So then we close this one back down and then flip it over. This is the nursery. So I did have Megan do me a picture of the nursery. And believe it or not, Megan painted that mural on her wall all by herself. She is an amazing talent herself. So I just thought that was really pretty. Here in Washington, this is Mount Rainier. Her room was kind of done in a theme that kind of really went with this kit. It's very critters and animals and outdoorsy. This kit really did go with the theme of her nursery set. So this is one of those grid papers that came with the kit. I just mounted that on some Petal pink paper. Here's that Country Woods paper here in the back. This sticker, Your First Home and the Nursery, this little mushroom and these sprigs, the little snail, all those came in the kit. I added just a strip of this washi tape that I have here. I don't even know where this came from. I've just had it in my stash for a long time. And then over here, more Cricut cuts. I did this in my Cricut. It just says Your Birth Story. And it's got this little tag you can pull out for Megan to write on and tell the story about her birth. She could always add more or write a letter or something in there. And on the back, cute little picture of Ella that kind of goes with the color scheme of this one here. And then this says, Your first breath took ours away. And I just created that on my Cricut as well. I did a print then cut with this. I just found a cute little saying. I use ChatGPT a lot and it came up with this quote for me and I just thought that was perfect. So I just did a print then cut, stuck a few more photos in here. So there's Megan and Chaz and little Ella. There's little Ella Ray playing outside for her first time. Here's me and her sitting together there. She's so cute. She's got these beautiful sapphire blue eyes that are just stunning. So she's going to be a little knockout when she gets older. So I've got a couple little mushroom stickers there. And I've got the bunny and the fox, the little heart here that came with the kit as well. And then I just used a scallop punch here to create that. This is a retired Stampin' Up punch that I used here. Just a plain scallop. You can always substitute whatever border punch you have to do that with. Okay, let's keep going. Over here, again, this is that same paper from this one here. This blue scallop right here was a sticker that actually came in the kit. So this is where I got the idea to start making the scallops from, is because it actually did come with a scallop sticker already in the kit. These blue stickers here were from the kit. The little bow was also in the kit and the bunny. Those are all included in the kit already. And then of course I added my gold stars, mounted it in petal pink and black. And then over here, I did add this extra little flap in here. I did want to include a couple things that were little check boxes for Megan to kind of use. So what I did is I went onto Pinterest and I actually found this checklist on Pinterest. And it says 50 photos to take during baby's first year. Now, granted, I'm giving this to her a little late. Probably should have given this to her when she was born, but there's still time. She's only 9 months. I'm sure she's probably got a lot of these already, so she can check those off and then have a list to continue working off of before she hits 1. So I added this flap in myself. You can see it's a different size. And the other ones, I did punch these out using a Fisker's heart punch that I have. This one right here, I did kind of use this over and over again. This is a Fisker's punch, and I just squeezed those out of some designer series paper there. Included the little ladybug. One thing I did do throughout the entire album as well is I used my white gel pen a lot on different things to kind of help bring them alive. So you can kind of see I added the dots to the bunny and the snail there. So did do that throughout the entire thing as well. So this is a 50 photos to take during baby's first year. And then when we flip that over, there's a photo of the 3 of them there. They're just so adorable. And then you flip this down. And this is a memorable milestones. I used this sticker, came in this kit right here. I think it was this one right here. This is a perfect kit for a baby album. It's got the milestones and all that other fun words that kind of work with a baby album. So I created this in Microsoft Excel, and I came up with the list by looking at all the different Pinterest lists that are out there. And then I just added milestone, date, so she can write in the date of all these different milestones that a baby usually has. And then I added the sticker, memorable milestones from that kit. And I added a flip down here. I just found a piece of notebook paper that I had, and I stamped this out using a set that comes out, I believe, January 6th. I'll also link that in the below. This is a Stampin' Up set as well that I used to make these corners and the word noted. So again, this is a flap that I added, this whole thing right here. And then over here, this is one of the pages that are included. And I just stamped a picture, I stamped a picture. I included a picture of little Ella Ray as she's sleeping, curled up in her little blanket that says, "We're home." Now, I have no idea if this is the photo that is probably not a picture that was taken when she first got home, but I wanted a photo just to document we're home and then the date that she came home from the hospital. And this right here, this denim paper, I believe so the denim paper is part of the Country Lace 12 by 12 designer series paper pack. And then this is again, that same set here. This is the Lovely Blossoms. This tab right here was a punch out included in the kit, as well as that heart and the goose, the We're Home sticker. This little heart was one of these punches here. And then I just had some like rope string twine. I don't know what you want to call that. And I just made a little bow and used some hot glue and glued that down on top of that. And then we're going to flip this one over. This right here is an added page. This was not included in the kit. So this is a page that I added, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So I did Daddy's Girl, Mama's Whole World. So here's Chaz and Ella Ray laying there. She's just little tiny baby here. And then this says, love you to the moon and back. This was included in the kit, as well as this mushroom and these sprigs, this little heart there. And then I added my gold stars. This paper in the back here, I believe that was the Gathering Together that came from this kit right here. And then I just matted this photo in black. I did the Daddy's Girl. I just did a text box in Microsoft Word and added that to the photo directly before printing it. And then again, this page right here, I just kind of added myself. So this is a piece of craft paper and then black. So I just inserted this myself because I needed some extra pages to include everything. And so here is a picture of Mama and baby. And I just said Mama's Whole World. Again, I printed that directly onto the photo. And then this little sticker here was from this kit. Again, it just says picture perfect because they are absolutely picture perfect. This one right here is a quote that says to hug and to hold from this day forward. And I just found a little quote in ChatGPT, printed that out on Microsoft Word and cut a little banner at the end. I inked the edges a little bit with some Secret C. And then this Secret C strip here in the back is a sticker that was included in the kit, as well as this floral sticker here. This was also included in the kit. And then this bow was included in the kit there as well as that little heart there. And then this paper right here, I believe is also from the Country Lace kit as well. Flipping that over, this is Chaz and Megan's dog Griffey. And so I printed directly onto the photo. It says Brother Griffey, and he just loves his new baby sister. So here I used the Spotlight on Nature die and the stamp that is from Pet Love. So it just has these paws that were stamped. This is the stamp from that set. And then this says, I woof you always. That's also part of that Pet Love Stampin' Up set. And then these are just gold hearts that I used with this punch here. And then this is a retired paper. And unfortunately, I didn't save the back of it. So I don't know what it was called, but this is a retired Stampin' Up paper as well. And then over here, this is Grandma Darcy. So this is Chaz's mom, and her and I are super close. She's my sister-in-law and I love her to death. And she loves her new granddaughter. And this is them kind of seeing each other, looking out the window together. This bunny sticker, the Hello Baby, this little sprig came in the kit. This paper here is from the Country Lace set, as well as this Petal Pink background paper here. This little banner came in the kit, and that's one of my heart punches here, as well as this. The You Are Loved sticker came in the kit as well. This lace border here was used using a very old Martha Stewart border punch. See, I don't think it has the name on it anywhere, but it has that little scalloped lace look to it there. And then I printed Grandma Darcy directly onto the photo using Microsoft Word again. And then this is one of those tab stickers that came in the kit, because this one is another page that kind of lifts up. And underneath here, we've got Grandpa George. This is Megan's dad. And then over here, we've got Grandma Sue, who's holding baby there. And you can just see the love in her eyes. This word grandparents sticker came in the kit. This Grandpa George stickers here, those came in the kit as well. So did the snail, this little tag here. And I just did the same thing with this like raffia twine here, tied a little bow. This scallop border here, that I made myself using this punch right here, this retired Stampin' Up scallop punch. If you don't have these punches, you can create these things in Cricut too. So don't be discouraged that you don't have that punch. You can create, if you've got a Cricut, you can create those in Cricut as well, or use any border punch that you have. Also this sticker right here that I stamped the paws on, this blue long sticker here, that did also come in the kit as well. So that was one of those nice long pieces that runs the length of the book. And we've got a goose sticker here that was included in the kit. This grandparents, the heart, there's lots of fun stuff here. Just stuck with that Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, cloud cover, paper in the back here. This is from that Peaceful Days DSP right here. That's that cloud cover. And then we flip this down and flip it over. And then we've got Great Grandma Pat. And this one was special to Megan because her great grandma passed away not long after this photo was taken. So this is a special picture for her that she did get to meet her first great grandbaby. So I printed out Great Grandma on a Microsoft Word document and then just printed that out on white cardstock. And I used the PAT typewriter letters here from the kit. And this Cherish Every Day came from this kit as well. The family time was included in that kit. And this is just Petal Pink cardstock that I cut down and bannered on each side. This is that denim paper from the Country Lace. And oh, here's Mango. Say hi, Mango. This is my daughter's cat. You're going to see him from time to time throughout my videos. He is super curious cat and loves to be included in whatever it is that I'm doing. Let's see if we can just kind of shove him over here out of the way so you can still see. Hopefully you can still see. So we've got Grandma Pat here. I took my white gel pen and created like this faux stitching around the edge here. And then you've got my gold stars all throughout. This denim punch here was used using that same Martha Stewart border punch. Hi, baby. Okay. And then over on this side, this is some of that paper from, I believe that came from this Brushed with Beauty set. I will link it though in the description box below. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause for a minute and give Mango some attention here. The next page over here is the other side of that was that add-on that I did. So this part and this page. So these two are connected, this one and this one. I just added them in myself and using just craft cardstock. So if you take an 8.5 by 11 piece of, this is basically 8.5 by 11. So it kind of works out really nice where you can just kind of insert, and I just did a score and then folded it in that way. So you can add extra pages if the number of pages that comes with this kit isn't enough for you, which like I said, for me, it wasn't. So I did end up having to add my own pages. If you don't need all those, that's not required, but it is nice. And that's again, why I love this kit so much, because it is super flexible. And even if you don't want to document a baby, you can use this to document anything else. It doesn't have to be a baby, even though it's called As You Grow kit. You can still use whatever's inside, make any kind of album. It doesn't have to be a baby album. Okay, not sure where I left off. I had to change the battery in my camera or stop recording. I don't know actually where it stopped recording at, but I'm just going to pick up where I believe I left off at. So finished talking about great grandma Pat here. Great memory there.
Boo!
I'm recording.
I love you.
Love you too.
Am I going to be in your video now?
No, I'm going to edit it out, honey.
You scared?
Yes.
Oh, kiss.
Okay, pardon the interruption from my husband there. And then over here, cat hair is always free. Over here, I created this with a print and cut on my Cricut. It just says about my family, and Mango's back. Hi, Mango. Yes, we love you. Love the butt and the face. That's just wonderful. Thank you. There. Okay. All right. Over here, we've got Precious Ella Ray that I printed directly onto the photo. And then right here, what I did is I created this bow with some little ribbon that I got at Joann's or Michael's, one of the two. Had it for a while. And then this punch out here came in the kit. So this punch out here already came like pre-stamped with the lines and stuff on it. It had this little notebook punch at the top already. So this is a place for her to kind of talk about her family members and stuff. She could maybe even list them out and write their relation to her. That would be a fun idea for this as well. And then on the back, I just put a cute little picture of Ella Ray because I had so many and it was hard not to include them. So if she needs more lines, she can stick more stuff in this pocket and grab a notebook paper and add to that. So that's included in here. And then I used my white gel pen to create this faux stitching on here as well. These are those hearts punches here and some gold stars. This little soft seafoam pocket came with the kit. It was one of those ones that you just kind of glue down there. So that was fun. And this is, like I said, this is one of those added pages that I did myself. And then over here, this is my daughter Haley and my youngest daughter Alyssa. You guys have seen her before. And we came up with this fun verbiage for us because we are very close with our great niece. And great niece is a mouthful. And Haley and Alyssa are actually great second cousins to Ella. So it says second cousins here. But we came up with a better way to say it. So actually, I'm not going to say we. My husband came up with this because he's pretty clever. So he is, Mango, come on. So my husband came up with this. He is Grunkle Bobby. I am Granty Heather. And these are her Gruzzins, which is a combination of great cousins and great aunt and great uncle. So we're Granty and Grunkle. And then these are her Gruzzins. We're making up our own names for things around here. And then here we've got this goose sticker that was included. This cherish sticker came from that same set. You're going to see this again throughout the lovely blossoms kind of all throughout here as well. This is a print and cut that I did on my Cricut. Right here it says Gruzzins, and then here it says Great Cousins. I used that same Martha Stewart border punch here, a little goose sticker, and of course my stars. This little banner right here was a sticker that came in the kit as well. So it just says second cousins there. And then this says Letter from Granty. This is something I just created in Word using some font that I got free off defont.com. And this Cajun Craze sticker here was included. It wasn't this long. It was very short. So what I did is I cut it in half, and then I just put half of it over here and half of it over here to make it appear longer than it actually was. That's a fun little trick. So here I included this. I'm going to put a letter to her in here. I have not done that yet. I'm going to do it before I give it to her, but I'm going to attach it to this here or actually write directly on here. And I want to tell her the story about why we're called Granty and Gruzzins. So this little sprig was included in the kit. So was this little fox. We've got that Martha Stewart border punch here. And I created this here. This little pocket was part of the page already. It's included in like the actual blank pages that come in the kit. And what I did is I made myself a little template. It was very old school the way I did that. I don't even know if I still have it here. This is my leftover pieces here. Oh yeah, here we go. So I just took a piece of copy paper and very carefully kind of traced around with my pencil, kind of pushing to where I could feel the ledge of that to create my template. And then I used this and traced this directly onto the DSP and then cut that out with my trimmer. So that was a fun little trick there as well to make sure I got that paper included on that because I didn't want that to just stay that plain color. And then the little piece that came off from here, I included up here in the corner. So use that and made sure that didn't go to waste. This is my scrap bin here of all the papers that I use that I need to put back into their packaging. Now that I'm all done, I made a giant mess making this. And then this last page here, this is a family photo of them. They're professional photos that they had done. And it just says my family and this says mom and dad and me. These little bunny stickers were included in the kit. So was this tag. This little strip right here was one long piece. Did the same thing here. I cut it down and I put half of it here and half of it here. And then I mounted this on some of that Petal Pink DSP using this denim paper from that Country Lace DSP set. And then of course my stars. And then this pocket was also included in the kit. I just put it on the back cover here and put all these extra photos in here that I wasn't able to find a place for in the book, but didn't want to not give them to her. It's got little baby Ella there. She's just such a doll. This one I printed on here. It says, yes, I know I'm cute. She's in her mama's little pouch. I call them kangaroo pouches. And she's looking up at mom and mom snapped that picture. That was so cute. This one was, she was here with me and she's watching Bluey is her favorite show. So she was watching Bluey and she was glued to that TV. And then here's another little picture kind of showing how blue her little eyes are. She is just adorable as can be. And here she is. She's got some blonde hair coming in now. She's starting to eat some solid foods here. Mama snapped this picture of her on Halloween. I thought that was super cute. Here's some little pictures of her at Christmas, playing with the Christmas lights, looking up at mom. And she is opening up some presents over at our house for Christmas. And then here's one of the pictures. She was over at my house playing with my little Santa Claus toy. This is the Santa from Polar Express and he talks and she just thought that was the coolest thing. This little stuffed animal talked back to her. And then here's her and mom opening up some presents. Here's another picture of her playing with some Christmas lights. I think I might have to scrapbook some more of these photos later on. So these are some pictures that I printed out that I thought I might use and ended up not being able to fit them because I had maxed this thing out. So I just shoved those in the back pocket there. So that is the book. I just think this was such a fun project. Snap that closed, and this is going to be a fun little present to little Miss Ella. Well, all right then. That wraps up our mini scrapbook album walkthrough using the brand new Stampin' Up! As You Grow kit. All of the products used in this kit will be in the description box below. If it's a current Stampin' Up! Product, I'll be sure to put a link to that product in the description box below as well. If you'd like to use any of the current Stampin' Up! Products used in this project, but don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please be sure to leave me a comment down below and I'll be sure to reach out to you and let you know how you can get your hands on these fabulous products. I hope this video gave you some inspiration and showed you just how special it is to capture and document these once-in-a-lifetime milestone memories. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help my little channel grow so I can keep bringing you creative content and inspiration. And comment below. Tell me what page was your favorite or tell me how you might personalize this album. I love hearing your ideas. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And once again, thank you, Jama Mommy, for sending me this fabulous kit. It was so much fun. So until next time, keep crafting, keep documenting, and happy crafting. Bye, friends.